I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, a review of John Magaro, the star of Past Lives, September 8th, and his new film, Omaha. Let's take a look. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, John?
I'm okay, Chris. How are you?
Good, thanks for asking. Okay, let's get started. We got about 15 minutes on the clock. Now, if you've specialized in playing characters in the independent circuit, and in this role, you're a father who doesn't give his kids a reason why they would relocate. How are you able to like ease into that, into the character?
Well, I'm a dad, so that helps.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I do something with my kids, I don't give them my kid, I don't give her a reason why we're doing it. We just got to do it. That's what you do as a parent. So that, being a dad was a huge help in doing this. I don't know how I could have done it before I was a father. I guess I would have found a way. Maybe the in for me would have been through the kids' eyes, but playing dad in this helps to be a dad. So that was it. Yeah, that was really the clue for me.
Oh yes. Now, speaking of which, this is a short movie running about 80 minutes, and yet there's a lot to unpack here. I knew this would be a road trip movie, but I didn't really think it would lead to something else. And without giving anything away, this is heavy stuff. Like, how did you adapt to the script?
I don't know. I read it and I really just loved it. I know it's heavy, but I like a good tragedy. I think that's okay. It's okay to have a sad ending. So when I was reading it, I guess I kind of I knew about this. There's a law that was in Nebraska in 2008 about parents who could give away their kids, basically. So I read about I didn't know about that beforehand, but I read about it in the materials that were sent to me. So I guess I had an idea of what was going to happen. But then I read the script and I really fell in love with the characters and I saw a lot of love and a lot of, care for each other from the dad to the kids and the kids to the dad. And I also wanted to find how to make that relationship show through in spite of the tragedy that is on the horizon. And in the playing of it, talking to Cole, the director, and the writer Robert, we knew that that's what we wanted to do. So, although it's heavy material and it's in a limited amount of time, we wanted to find as much joy as we could. And that included being on set with these kids. You're on set with kids, it can't be all tragic and, depressing. So we would try and keep the set pretty lively and light and joke around and have a good time. And that was the way we approached it.
Oh, yes, I really acknowledge that, like that not every movie has a sad ending. I mean, I like when movies like take a different angle. I
Mm.
like, like kind of
Well, I
like
think it's good when you surprise the audience too. Like you said, you didn't know where it was going. That's good. I think if you're watching this and you think, well, maybe it's going to get good, maybe it's going to turn around, maybe it's not going to be bad, or maybe it's going to be this, maybe it's going to be that. But if you don't know where it's going to go and the thing happens, then it's always good to be surprised by a film.
exactly. That's what I look for in movies,
Yeah.
originality and
Yeah.
surprises. And like speaking of Cole, like this is his feature debut for him. Like his background consists of short films, and he's already making a leap with Omaha. Like, how did he discover you as the lead?
Uh, he had known some people that I knew. He knew another director that I had worked with. He knew a cinematographer that I've worked with a few times. And so he had them reach out to me when he sent me the script, and I trust those people, so I wanted to read the script, and that was it. Like a lot of things, it's through who you know and relationships and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really glad that I got to meet Cole because we've become really good friends, and I think he's a great director, and hopefully we'll collaborate in the future.
Oh yes, I can't wait to see that. And you were talking about like the kids like trying to like lift their spirits up. So you're taking them to the zoo and you're at the grocery store and like it's like the Hives Tick Tick Boom playing. So you're absolutely right. You're guys need to liven up their spirits a bit before they get to the tragedy. But
Yeah.
but
But
regarding
I
like,
don't think he's doing it because to live. I mean, that's what the film is doing. But the dad is doing that just because that's what you do with your kids. You want to give them good moments and you want to keep them happy. And so he's just doing what any father I think would do. Without that end in sight.
oh yes, and like, what's it like working with these kid actors?
They're lovely. Wyatt and Molly, they're really great, talented kids, very sweet, very much like their characters. Molly at the time is 10 and she is a young woman who is very curious and insightful and kind and very smart. And Wyatt was 6 at the time and he was a little ball of energy, very innocent, very playful, very wild. Um, so, when you're acting with kids just in general, you got to take what makes them special, which is being a kid. So that also meant improvising a lot and, not necessarily sticking to the script, but figuring out what the scenes were about and, improvising, just talking to each other, just playing games with each other. You see that in the movie. There's a card game is being played, and would you rather or this or that, things like that. And that was just us talking in the car and filming it.
Oh yes, like that's why like road trip movies, like they specialize like in chemistry, and
Mhm.
like and what goes along the way, and like how what any parent, any kid would say or do in those like in those trips. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's like an examination. It's like that's what I like to look for in movies like these, like authenticity of it. Like,
Hmm.
oh yes. And I also heard that this movie premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. Like, like it's a major film festival, and like and a movie is playing like there, like like there's a lot to unpack. I mean, there's a lot to unpack. I mean, let's see. Sorry about that. Just let me think. I'm just adjusting. Like,
Hmm.
like some of your best films have premiered at Sundance. Like, you believe like that festival can help jumpstart like these films, to try to like reach out to more people.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, I think for independent filmmakers, you want to showcase one of the great festivals, whether that's Sundance or Toronto, New York, Europe, Cannes, but the list goes on, right? But yeah, yeah, and obviously you want people to see your movie, you want to share your movie, and if you're invited to a festival like Sundance, and they're allowing you to share your movie for the first time at a place like that. It's really an honor. So I know Cole having his first film picked to show at Sundance, and him being a native of Utah and Salt Lake City, I know that meant the world to him.
Oh yes, and this means the world to me. I'm afraid we have to wrap up. We have to wrap up now, but thank you so much for talking. I love your work. I loved you
Thank
in
you,
this,
Christopher.
and thank you so much. And good luck with
Take
this
care.
film. I'll see
Take
you.
care.
I'll see you at the movies.